Well, hello, Selma. You're the first one in. Welcome in. Stacy. Hey, Stace. Jay Lightbulb, Corey Maynard, Sherry, Bunny Bun, Kai Princess. Hi, how are you? Welcome in. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Thank you for the heart and the roses and all those things. Thank you. Hey, Racy, what you doing up? Still early, I guess, huh? Man, I got home and I was exhausted. I didn't think I was going to come on, but gosh, I had to make myself come in here and give you guys some energy. Hi, Felice. How are you? How's everybody's Saturday going? Apparently not going anywhere tonight. If you're watching me. Hey. What's up? How's everybody today? Everybody have a good day? Some free there? Yeah, I went to Bike Week, in Daytona, because I live near there. I used to be a biker. I used to ride motorcycles. I rode a Harley. I had a 05 Road King, and I had triked it out, and I used to be the triker chick, and I used to ride all over the country and write about it and all these things. Hi, Stace. How you doing, cutie? How was work today? And so anyway, thank you. No, they are not, Chelsea, to be honest with you. This is a contact. But anyway, I'm not into it like I used to be. It's not my jam anymore. I don't care about the posturing and showing off and all that. But we did go at the Ratso show. And we looked at all the cool, Frankenstein bikes and the custom bikes. That was cool. Hello. Thank you guys so much for your support. Appreciate you all. So, I'm here. If you would like a reading tonight, a tarot and oracle reading, you went to Celtic Fest in St. Augustine. Oh, that's right. You mentioned that to me at work. How cool, girl. Hey, Tito, how are you doing? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so I'm doing readings right now. If anybody would like a reading, it's $40. You just go into my profile in my link tree. There's Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. I prefer to use Cash App or Venmo. You guys, I don't like PayPal, but if you use it, I'm cool with it. It's fine. If you would like a reading right now. But in the meantime, Stacy, if you would like a reading, I'd be happy to do that for you right now, sweetie. Just have to tell me yes. Stacy. Thank you, Chelsea. You're the best. See my divining rods, my little hokey divining rods I made? They work, though. They work. I found my pendulum, by the way, y'all. You want a reading? Okay, go. I found my pendulum. I found it. Yeah. It was around. Okay. So, doing a reading for Stacy right now. If you would like a reading, if you're watching me and you have interest, let me know by paying on PayPal, Cash App, Venmo in my profile link tree for that. But Stacy, because you're special, you get the opening read. There we go. And Stacy works with me, and that's all I'm going to say. And Stacy has never had a reading for me, so this is kind of a cool opportunity for her, and I owe her. So here we go. Yay! Hello, Heather. Welcome in, girl. All right, girls. All right, girls, boys, women, men, non-binary, whatever you are, I don't care. You can be a banana for all I care. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Now you're going to see how I do a reading. Now, I typically read from 2 decks, maybe 3, maybe 4, depending on how I'm feeling. And then I use a lot of oracle decks as well. My readings are pretty thorough. They usually are about 10 to 15 minutes. These are called mini readings. These are not full readings, but they're pretty close to a full reading. I mean, I do a lot, actually. I just kind of go till I feel like stopping. That's why it's hard for me at work, because I don't want to stop. Even if it's a 15-minute reading, at like 15 minutes, I'm like, I'm not even done. All right, I'm going to divide that deck into 3 piles here for Stace. Mind, body, spirit. Spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. I will choose some cards today for Stacy. Thank you. She right away got the High Priestess. No surprise. Stacy is very intuitive. Does not surprise me at all. All right, those are not your cards. And sometimes you guys will hear me say spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies while I'm doing this. Some people like to say angels, whatever. To me, that's sage. I am trademarking that sage. Spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. Meaning I am cleansing the space as I'm reading. Pretty clever, right? That's how I am, Clever. All right. Continuing from a Stacy here. We got Queen of Cups. We got 8 of Wands reversed. What else do we have for Stacy? Thank you. This one really wanted to fly out. Justice. Interesting, Stacy. And the World Mama. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the first row. Hey, bold Dad Joey, how are you doing? And then I'm going to go in with some more cards to give you more information. So here we go. Starting out, you got the High Priestess. No surprise, like I said, Stacey is very intuitive. Definitely, I know that about her already. But even if I didn't know that, I would think this is definitely something that's popping up. This is really, really important right now for you, my dear. It also has to do with choices, picking one over the other. But in this case, I feel like this is telling you that this is going to be super important to you in the next coming few days, like the next week or two, okay, is paying attention to your gut feelings. You already know this. I feel like I'm preaching the choir, but I'm still telling you that this is what your spirit guides are yelling at you right now, Stacey. Because then we get the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is in her emotion. Look at her robe even turns into water. Water in the tarot is emotion. The cups are fulfillment, love, partnerships, those sorts of things. And I feel like this is about self-love, Stace. I want you to really be aware of how you're feeling, how you feel, and how you're going to feel with these choices that you may have to make. And your gut's going to tell you. You're going to know what feels right to you. Because then you're going to have to make a decision kind of on the quick side, I feel like. You get the Eight of Wands. Wands are your dreams, your hopes, your desires, what speaks to your heart, but it did come in reverse. And so it feels like, and reverse to me is not an opposite. It could just mean that this card is just super important. And when I look at the reverse card, I kind of look to see like what stands out to me. And what I notice is there's just one wand here that's a little bit shorter than most of the other ones. One seems a little out of place, like there's a little bit of a lag. So I feel like there may be a lag in this decision making, but once you make it, you're going to be on it, man. It's just gonna be like, boom, all bets are off. You're going. Boom, run it. Either way, whether you choose yes, no, you're running. Boom, 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 running that direction. Because then it comes out to justice. It's going to come out fairly for you. I'm just telling you, Stace, everything will turn out exactly the way you want it to. So don't be afraid. If there's something you want to do, and I think I know what I'm talking about because we had this discussion, but either way, this is still what the card is saying, is going to turn out for you the way you want it to. So don't be afraid. The World comes up as your last card at the bottom of the deck. The World is all about, there's a lot of opportunity for you. This may actually launch off a whole nother part of your life, okay? I know that sounds strange, but it's even out of this crappy situation, it feels like it's actually going to expand not only your knowledge and your intuition, because it's going to open you up, but it is also going to expand you into other realms of things that you're going to contribute to society. Like you are leaving a legacy. I know it sounds huge, but that's what I feel. You're leaving a legacy. Pretty cool. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and jump into the second deck here. I'm going to give them another shuffle. I can't remember if I shuffled them enough. Hi. I'm doing a reading right now for Stacey, everybody. If you would like a reading as well, tonight it's $40. Just go into my link tree, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. If you don't want a reading, that's fine. We'll also talk. I will do some demonstrations. I've got my dowsing rods. I've got my pendulum. I got my spirit box. I can do automatic drawing. We can look for lost things. But in the meantime, right now, I am focusing on Stacey. So I'm going to stop with my commercials. Continue giving Stacey her information here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck into 3. So I'm using a second deck of tarot cards. And like I said, the reason I like to do that is there's 78 cards in the deck. If I'm using 2 decks and you get the same exact cards coming out, it's like super important. Like, let's not ignore those. So here we go. All right, spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. Why did Stacey get the High Priestess? Why is Stacey having the High Priestess? Here we go. This card is the 7 of Wands reversed. Okay, got that. Queen of Cups, the Emperor. Woo! Strength. Oh gosh, Stacey, this is so telling a story here. Wheel of Fortune, awesome. Why we have the World, spirits. We got 4 Pentacles and bottom of the deck, 2 Swords. Oh wow, Stace. All right, so with that High Priestess, where I talk about starting to learn to trust your gut and sort of realizing it's helping you make these decisions that you're making right now. You get the 7 of Wands reversed. So the 7 of Wands to me is about feeling like people are talking about you, but they're really not. Like this perception that people are gossiping about you or talking about you or saying bad things about you. And honestly, I think it's the opposite. It did come in upside down. I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like actually people are saying like, man, this woman has got it together. And I feel like it's just one of those things where it's just your perception because of, our fears is that people are talking about us. But I'm telling you, it's actually the opposite. I think people are saying like, this woman has got her act together. We should listen to her. She knows what she's doing. She's reputable. Bop, bop, bop. That's what I'm hearing. Because then we get the Emperor. Right under that Queen of Cups. Remember I said the Queen of Cups is in her emotion. It's very hard for her to make decisions because her emotions are running wild. But, generally she comes from a place of love. But now I get the Emperor. The Emperor energy is all about confidence, being very sure and deliberate about what you do and not allowing those emotions to hold you back. So this is something when you make a decision, whether you pick yes or no, it doesn't matter. But be deliberate. Be like, okay, if I say no, I'm absolutely at no, period. No, like sort of half-ass, right? Oh, I don't want to make you cry. This is all just what I'm telling you, okay? But if you're going to do it, friggin' do it. friggin' do it. And I don't feel that there is anything regarding your safety to be concerned about, by the way, or about your reputation or anything else. Like, it all feels like it's supposed to turn out. Like I said, the Justice card. We're going to talk about that in a second. So as I said, there's going to be a little bit of a lag because maybe, you're trying to make decisions or whatever. But then once it's on like Donkey Kong, like I like to say. Then we get the Strength card reversed again. Okay, so you're not feeling totally strong right now. I get that, sweetheart. But I want you to know that if you look at her, she's got the Mobius above her head. Can you see that? Like right above her head, the little Mobius. If you look at that Mobius, it looks like what? We turn it this way, an 8. So this is sort of like she's indecision, but when you turn it up, it's an 8. So once you make up your mind, again, you're going to be like on the action. The action's right here, an 8 and an 8. You got 2 8s right next to each other. 8's all about action, action, action. Okay? So then, when we get that Justice card where I said things are going to work out fairly for you, I told you it's right here. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. The tables are turning, mama. Right there. Tables are turning. This is a card of luck. I don't believe in luck. Let me just start with that. I do not believe in luck. I'll say the word luck just because it's part of my vocabulary, but I think it's noticed opportunities. And I think this is actually an opportunity for you. I know it sounds crazy, but for some reason, I feel like from whatever happens in this situation, whether you take it or you don't, or you choose to do it or you choose not to, I don't care. It's what you do with that result, which is going to change things in your life in a very positive way, I feel. But we have the Four of Pentacles, which is about a balance. It has to be mind, body, spirit, all have to be lined up, okay, to do this. So if there's a part of you that feels a little juxtaposed or a little off, you need to address that. So if it's emotional, deal with that. If it's spiritual, and I'm saying, like, you'll know. I know you're self-aware in that way, my dear. So Four of Pentacles. But last, you do get the Two of Swords. Again, we come back to the decision. We have decision and decision now twice. Yeah. Swords are communication, ideas, and the truth. She doesn't want to make a decision. But look, she's got swords in her hands. So she's kind of almost being defensive. And I feel like, let's find out what's going to help us lead to that decision. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little more advice. Now, see, I want you guys to know when I do readings here, it is not my job to tell you what to do with your life. What I'm doing is giving you tools to put in your toolbox so that you can make your own decisions. So that's why when I get questions like, am I going to stay with my husband? Is my friend cheating on me? Is my dog going to die this week? Those kinds of questions, the yes-no questions, to me, that's like trivial silliness, right? This is actually helping you, right? Because I'm giving you information to kind of wrap around this idea or your question versus just yes, no. Because there's a 50-50 chance I'm going to be right, number one. I'm sure it did, Stacy. And the second thing to think about is, like, you guys can change your mind in an hour or two. If things in your life change, like maybe it'd be yes right now, but maybe something happens overnight, and now the answer would definitely be a no. Okay, so understand that's how this works, right? I don't have control over time and how things change. All right, so back to Stacy. Still reading for Stacy. Edward gets a reading next. I will be with you in just a moment, Edward. Thank you so much for your payment. Wow, Stace. I just picked Metamorphosis, 2 and a 5 energy. 2 energy is partnership, so I feel like you shouldn't be doing this alone. I'm going to say that first. 5 is a struggle, a little bit of a big change in energy, but 2 and 5 together is 7. This is connecting to your higher self. This is absolutely a growth time for you, my love. I can feel it. I mean, like I said, even if I didn't know what was going on with you, I would still be saying the same thing to you. Honestly, these cards are really telling a story. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Spirit of the Animals deck here for you. Girl, you got the coolest card. I never pull this card, honestly. Yeah. So here it is. You got the Black Jaguar. Old soul, girl. Look at that. Woo! I love it. It says, walk through life with confidence and grace. You have the power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. Oh, yeah, Stace. This is so perfect for you, my dear. Perfect. Loving it. I love it when the cards really speak. Like they really tell a story. There's nothing better than that to me. I mean, I'm stoked. And I can't wait to read for you, Edward, too. You're going to be great. All right, so now I'm pulling for my Vintage Antique deck. Hi there. Oh, you got love. You got love. So you and I were just talking about this, I think, the other day. Whatever you do, honey, do it from a place of love, including for yourself. Always from a place of love. Don't do it because you're angry. Don't do it for revenge. Don't do it because you want to get somebody back. Do it for you. Because you love yourself. If this isn't loving to you, then don't do it. Oh, look at the Corgi. Thank you for that, honey. Jennifer always sends the best little video gifts. Thanks, Jen. I appreciate you, honey. All right. Now we're going to the last part of your reading. It's time to take action. I know you hate me for this one. New Moon in Aries. Go. Couldn't be more appropriate, right, Stace? There you go, dear. I have a ton of Aries in my chart, by the way. I just found that out not too long ago. So, Stace, I think you know what this all said to you. So what I'm telling you is there is no right or wrong. Whatever you pick is good. Just really commit to it, though. If you say, I'm not going to do this, then really don't do it. If you say I'm going to do it, then friggin' jump in with both feet. Is there anything I didn't answer to your reading, Stacey, that I could do right now for you, or pull another card, honey? Yeah, it does make sense. I think it does, too. Now you know how I do readings. So I want to just say that Stacy is one of my biggest advocates at work, and she promotes me and tells people that they want readings from me at work. And so, you know, she's only basing that on mostly what the feedback she's gotten. But now she knows how I read. That's part of the reason I wanted to read for you, honey, because I wanted you to see how I read. I mean, that was a short version, but you know what I mean. So, pretty cool. I'm so excited I got to read for you. All right, Edward. Edward, if you're here, do me a favor and just put a little green heart with your name. And when you want to answer me during your reading, you always want to put a green heart so I know it's you. Because normally I don't read other people's comments while I'm doing readings. And I know I stopped a couple times and I apologize. I have ADHD. I do that. It's not trying to be rude. It's just part of who I am. I can't help it. So I know you guys know that, though. I'm not. As a matter of fact, you know what? I take the apology back. I'm glad I'm that way and I'm not going to apologize. Just who I am. How about that? All right. Edward. There you are. Ed. You go by Ed. Okay, sweetheart. Why do I feel like... Have I read for you before, Ed? You look familiar. I don't know. All right. Anyway, let's get you started, my love. Now, I thought you had something specific you asked. I couldn't really read it, sweetie. It just pops up at the top of my screen. If there was something very specific you wanted to know about, you can ask here if you're comfortable. If not, we'll just see what comes out because I couldn't read it. It just shows me your name that you paid. Oh, thank you, Spicy. Yeah. No, ma'am. Okay. Oh, thank you, Trisha. Yeah, I am pretty straightforward. I'm not going to lie. There you go. That was funny. That was redundant. By the way, you guys, before I jump into Edward's reading, I know you guys love my set here. It might change slightly, but I have something cool that I got to tell you guys. I have some new stuff in here that I'm going to share with you guys at some point, and when the time is right. I have some very cool antiques in here that we can use to kind of have some fun with. Okay, so they work is what I'm saying. Just what comes out. Okay, I'll make sure I keep it in though. I've been silly. I'm going to use a different deck for you because this one is friggin' cool. This deck has been so cool. Oh no, comment said someone's in the hospital. Whom? Who's in the hospital? Who's in the hospital? Wait, what? Oh golly. I didn't see that part. Stacy, I hope you like Jen. Oh, you. Oh, I'm sorry, Jen. Hope you're doing okay, sweetheart. Okay. Jen's really sweet. You're going to be okay, hon. I don't have any scary feelings about you. You're going to be fine. I think you asked me that before. You're going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Just hang in there. You're going to be all right. Don't get excited. Okay? Okay. So I'm reading for Edward right now, y'all. So I probably won't be seeing your comments for a few minutes. Edward, if you want to comment on anything I'm saying or whatever, green heart, okay? So I can see. Nobody else use green hearts, please. You can help it. I appreciate. Thank you guys for sticking around. It's fun to do readings here. And I kind of explain while I read. So if you're learning tarot, it's fun to watch when I'm doing readings because I explain why I'm reading what I read to an extent. I am an intuitive reader, so I don't have any specific way I do it. I just read. You know, like whatever I feel, however many cards feels right, whatever I think the card means. And sometimes I don't read what the card means. You know, sometimes I come up with my own other thing, whatever comes up. And I don't need cards to do readings. It just makes it easier for me, to be honest with you. And that's the reason I like to use cards. And I do think that they give you a little bit of evidence of what I'm saying and why I'm saying it. You know, I'm not just talking out my butt. There's something that's symbolically speaking to me, right? Okay. Moving on. Ed. I'm going to divide the deck into 3 piles, pick them up, and here we go. Spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. Yes, I have orbs all the time. I have orbs all the time in here, you guys. Yep, they love me. I know who they are too, I think. Oh, and I didn't introduce my ancestors. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I didn't know you were waiting, but let me do this. Great-great-grandpa Max, great-great-great-grandpa Isaac. That is also Isaac. Granny and Grandpa Shar and Herc. Granny Shar. Great-great-great-grandma Minna. That is also great-great-great-grandma Minna. I've got all kinds of dog hair and crap all over me. I'm sorry. Okay. Thanks for all the hearts and love, you guys. You're amazing. All right. Ed, spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. I'm doing a reading for Ed today. Any information you think will help Ed in his journey moving forward and help him reach his higher and greater good. I'm here to assist and help Ed today. Anything for Ed, please. Okay, why are the cards being stubborn? Ed, have you had a reading before, sweetie? Okay, Hanged Man, Three of Swords. Whoops, Queen of Cups reversed. Oh boy. What's going on, Ed? Did you just go through a breakup? Did you go through a recent breakup, Ed? Not with me. Yeah. Did you just go through a breakup? I'm sorry. And if you're not comfortable answering, you don't have to. Okay. I see it right away. Sorry, sweetheart. I know how hard that is. Okay. So I'm going to start your reading right now. I'm going to go through the first row and then I'm going to continue on with more cards and clarify a little bit more. Like I said, if anything resonates for anybody else watching, take it. It doesn't matter if I'm reading for somebody else. If the message is here and you happen to be here to listen to it, take it. It's for you. And also, if you're learning tarot, this is great because I do kind of teach as I read. So starting out with you, Ed, I feel like, it was something like, I feel like you were waiting for this to happen. Like you almost felt like, when was the shoe going to drop? And then it did. Whatever happened with this relationship, it feels like it was definitely like a shoe dropped. Like you'd been waiting for the right moment, or she had been waiting for the right moment, or something to that effect. It's none of my business whether, it's a she or a he or whatever, but I'm going to say she for the sake of what we're doing here. So yeah, it feels like it was sort of like, when was this going to happen? Well, it did. And you get Three Swords. And this is about, a little heartbreak, a little disappointment, feeling like, yeah, that didn't work out, right? So that's where you are right now. And that's, obviously how anybody would feel after a relationship ends. Even if you wanted it to end, it's still hard. It's disappointing. It's tough. It's process. It's a pain. Literally. But we do have the Queen of Cups reversed. And the Queen of Cups is all about love and fulfillment and relationships and family and, those sorts of things. And the fact that she came in upside down doesn't mean it's the opposite. But I feel like maybe she just really turned her emotions off. Like she just got really icy with you. Like it was like weird. Like she went from, being one way to like a whole different person. And this is why this has been really weird. Like the word weird keeps coming out of my mouth. And I'm actually like almost drooling. I don't know if there was also some addiction involved, but there was definitely a situation where it was like almost like, even though you knew the other shoe was going to drop, you didn't know what was going on or something, or it didn't make sense. So does that make sense to you? Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. All right. So here we go. Then we get into Two Wands reversed as well. The two is usually about partnerships, relationships. Wands are your dreams, your hopes, your desires, the things that speak to the heart. The wands are the one suit that actually expands and grows. As you can see, he's holding the world in his hands and he's standing between these wands. They also represent 11, which is you're on the right path. And this card's sort of like feeling like, well, I've done that. Well, like this jaded feeling almost, like I've already done this. But he's still looking out in the gateway knowing that there is absolutely some more. But it came in reverse. So I feel like what's happened is you've struggled with, like you've been relieved that this relationship to end, but at the same time you hate not being with somebody, this person. Like it's weird to you. It just feels funny, right? But what I want you to know is you did get the King of Pentacles, which to me is very much about stability. And you are about to stabilize. Once you heal through this, whatever the healing it takes, which might just be just time off, a couple of weeks of not socializing and taking good care of yourself, eating right, getting outside, doing something cool that you like to do. Like if you like to shoot rifles or you like to fish or something, like fly fish, or, you like to, I don't care, go shop for cologne or whatever it is you like to do on your free time that maybe you haven't done in a while. Do something nice for yourself, okay? Because you need that to ground yourself again. And once you do that, I think You're going to see a lot of things shift in your life, like a lot of things. Even though you're still going to be sad and all that stuff, I feel like there's going to be a big shift for you if you give yourself that grace. So now we're going to jump into a second deck, and we're going to go ahead and see a little more explanation here. So Hanged Man, why do we have the Hangman? Hangman. We got 6 of Wands. Okay. Spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. The 3 of Swords. So we get the 9 of Swords with that. Okay. It's weird. These cards are flipping a lot of cards over for some reason. Queen of Cups. What are you doing? Oh, Ace of Cups. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Wait till you hear what this is. Okay. The Tower. Okay. Reversed. All right. And on the bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting. Well, here we go. With the Hangman, where I talk about that waiting energy for you, and I said, you know, you were kind of feeling like, when's the shoe going to drop? And then it kind of did. We did get the 6 of Wands, reverse. So 6 energies about harmony, flow, and balance. The Wands are your dreams, your hopes, your desires, that sort of thing. And, you know, so it kind of feels like, even though it was like not really what you wanted, it's sort of like, you know, in the long run, it's the right thing. You know it's the right thing. And that's what you have to remind yourself. This is the right thing. Okay? Then you have the 9 of Swords. The 9 energy is about resolution. The Swords are about communication, ideas, the truth. I feel like, yeah, you know, again, what I just said, basically. It's like, you know this had to happen. You know this was going to happen. And so belaboring it and ruminating and worrying about it at this point probably isn't going to help, because there really is nothing you could have done differently, is what I'm telling you. But then what you get is this. So remember I said she sort of kind of turned off emotionally, got kind of icy with you? Wow, Ace of Cups shows up. So I do feel like there is somebody about to come into your energy that is going to be probably much closer to what you need and want in your life. Yeah. You're going to attract it, so you don't have to look for it. So don't go on dating sites. Don't look around. Don't go hanging out at bars. That's not where you want to find somebody. You know, you don't need to find. Hi, Chuck. You need to attract. And you'll hear me say this a lot. So work on you, like I said. Take care of you. All right? You know, go get your hair cut. Go buy yourself a new outfit. You know, be confident. Be happy. Be the person that you want to attract, so that you find somebody who finds you at your best energy, because that's who's going to stay there with you and help you bring you up, rather than you have to reach down and pull someone up to your level. You see what I'm saying? So this person will show up if you do that self-care, if you love yourself. And you guys, it's true for all you watching. It's not just for him, okay? But there is another Tower about to show up, and that may be the Tower. And Towers are not always negative, okay? Tower usually means a big breakdown or a big surprise or shock, a big shakeup. But they're not always negative, you guys. As a matter of fact, I like the Tower, because generally after the Tower, when you rebuild, you make something better, something more solid, something more stable. So I feel like this is actually just the indication, as we talked about this sort of, I've done this before, don't compare the past to now. When you meet this new person, and it's probably going to happen towards the end of the summer, I feel, really, don't poo-poo it, just because maybe something looks similar, like maybe they have the same occupation is what I'm feeling, or has the same hobby you have as this other person did. Don't let that stop you, okay? More look at what are their actions telling you, okay? But this person will be attracted to you because you're going to be in a really good place. So make sure you're ready for that. Bottom of the deck, you get the 3 of Pentacles. 3 energy is all about growth and expansion. Pentacles is about stability, abundance, those sorts of things. I kind of feel 3 of Pentacles just saying that, like, look, this is just going to bring too many good things into your life for you to believe. I mean, that's what I feel. A lot of really good stuff coming to you. But you got to get over this situation. So, and it's going to take you as long as it takes you. But I really feel like, again, as I said in the beginning, what it's stressing to me is that you need to say, I knew this was going to happen. This was meant to happen this way. It's okay. Okay, and that's going to help you. Sacred Pool, what I said to you. Yeah, this is all about taking time out to yourself. The 4 energy is about healing. 7 energy, your higher self. 4 plus 7 is what? 11. 11 means you're on the right path. Sacred Pool, that means take some time to be still. Like I said, to yourself, for yourself. Okay, that came out exactly like I thought. All right, we're almost done here. Now we're going to jump into the antique deck here, my antique vintage deck. You got hope. Yeah, of course you did. You're hopeful. You don't like being alone. And nothing wrong with being alone, but I know you don't like it. It's all right. A lot of us don't. Some of us just really like to be around other people. Yeah, we like to have the person. Lastly, we're going to pull from my Moonology deck for you. You got the end of a tough cycle approaches, new moon in Capricorn. There you go. End of a tough cycle. I said that. One more card. And your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Okay, so as I was saying to you before about sort of this manifestation idea of attracting what you want, you need to think practically. Yeah. If you're going to attract, if you want an athletic woman, then you better be doing athletic stuff. If you want a woman who's fit and looks healthy, then you better look fit and healthy. Right? If you want somebody who is going to be kind to your family, you need a woman who's kind to her own family or man, whatever it is. See what I'm saying? So whatever you want, you got to reflect out as well. And don't pretend, be who you really are. I'm 71. Could I still have a great future? Of course. You still probably got 30 years. Jeez. All right. So Ed, is there anything else I can help you with tonight, sweetheart? And thank you for trusting me with your guides. I really appreciate it. Where's my cup? Oh, super thirsty. That help you? Is there anything else I could answer for you tonight? I'm so glad a lot of you stuck around. That's cool. Because I don't just do readings on my night things. We can talk about all kinds of stuff, you guys. We can talk about law of attraction, and how to set intentions, and we can do exercises. We can do, demonstrations. We can talk about whatever. I don't care. You want to ask me what I use on my makeup? I don't care. Can you tell me about my life path from here? Yeah, if you like a reading, that would be the best way, really. I'm pretty thorough. So if you want a reading, it's only $40. You just go in my profile and my, I have Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. It's in my link tree. Oh, I'm so sorry, Riri. That's tough, honey. Ed, you don't think so? Okay. Well, thank you, honey. Thanks for trusting me. That was really a cool reading. I think you'll probably get a lot out of that. I want to hear what happens, of course. I love it when you guys follow up with me. It means a lot to me. It's for me to know I'm doing my job well, right? It's just like having a review. You can review me. If you guys ever want to review me, sure as hell, go on, Yelp or whatever, review me. I'm cool with that. My husband passed. Oh, I'm so sorry, Riri. That's just tough, dear. That's a lot to go through in such a short period of time. I had another friend pass today, another friend from the same group that my ex just passed from. So we've now lost two people that a lot of people really loved in the same group of people. Gosh, I guess it's my age. I'm 53. It's going to start happening, I guess, right? I don't think of myself as being middle-aged. I don't think of it that way. Anybody else have that experience? Like you're suddenly going, what the hell? I mean, like I'm not a grandma because I didn't have kids. So I don't think, you know what I mean? I don't think of myself as old. Yeah, right? I look 30? Really? Whoa, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, same here, girl. I can't see the conscious creator. I'm saying, girl. Hey, Angel. Good to see you, sweetie. Thank you. I am 50th, right? Born May 4, 1970. Yes. I will tell you guys, though, I do a lot of things to take care of my skin and my face. No, I've not had plastic surgery, except I fixed my nose when I was 25, I think, because I broke it, and I had a new nose put. So I've had plastic surgery on my nose, for sure. Hemet. I know where Hemet is. I used to live in Visalia. Yes, exactly. I have that exact birthday. So I do certain techniques on my face, things that help tone my face. There's certain supplements I take, and certain techniques. And then I've also had some med spa treatments done. Not fillers, not Botox, nothing like that, but things that stimulate collagen in your skin, like, micro needling and things with magnetic micro needling and shit that hurts really bad. But, it does. It works. And then I use a device that sort of like gives you little shocks in your skin, like makes the muscles twitch or whatever, and it tones, and it all works. So you see. But it's a pain in the ass. Let's be honest. If you're not willing to do it every day, you know. Yes, you're right. Hammond's Palm Springs. You're right. I always get it confused. What supplements? Actually, and I'm not a sponsor. They're not a sponsor to me at all. But this supplement, I really believe, has made the biggest difference lately. Beverly Hills MD, believe it or not. It is a collagen supplement that also has saw palmetto and a few other things in it. Because I was already taking that stuff separately, and then I found that formula. And guys, I'm telling you, man, I feel like it took 10 years off of me recently by taking that for almost a year now. It hurts to be beautiful. No shit. So this, I'm sorry it changed to a beauty talk, but yeah, it's called Beverly Hills MD. It's some kind of collagen supplement. I don't remember what the name of it is. It comes in a jar. I ordered it on a subscription just because I started taking it and I just was like, really? Right. Yeah. So, but I don't know that it's vegan. I really don't. So if you're vegan, you may not like it because usually collagen comes from bone and that kind of thing. I don't dry brush, but I do shave, use like the face razor. I dermaplane every day. Yeah. And I also use hyaluronic acid, and I also use one of those face kind of zapper thingies, where it sort of jolts the muscles a little bit, and I use that every day, and that has been huge lately, you guys. That thing is a pain in the butt to use, but I have to tell you, use it, it works. I mean, like I had like a lot of skin right here, gone. Like, barely there. Yeah, new face. That's what I have. Yeah, thing totally works. Totally works. I mean, I had some jowls going on. Anyway, back to work. Did anybody else want a reading? I don't want to be rude. I didn't see if anybody else had posted payment. It does work. So does micro needling. And I don't mind. It doesn't really hurt. But I had that soft wave, that hurt. That friggin' hurt, y'all. But it works. So if you want a reading, you go into my link tree. And there is Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. And it's $40. Which was really, guys, a deal. Because I do a thorough reading. If you don't want it, that's cool. I get it. Also, I offer subscriptions. It's like $6 for the entire month. It just helps me. I'm not gonna lie, that's what it helps me. Does it hurt, the nuking? When I do the little new face, not so much, no. It's like a little zap. I mean, it barely feels like maybe even like you just went like that to yourself, like that, big whoop. But when I get to my hairline, I can feel it like it twitching up in through my hairline. It's a trip. And I had something weird with that is paranormal, let me share with you. Using that new face thing where I talk about where it kind of zaps you a little bit, when I do it right here, because I'm trying to keep that from getting, that worry line or whatever, sometimes it activates my third eye, which I did not expect at all because it's such a minor zap, But the first time I was doing that, it made me feel like, whoa, for a minute. And I had to be like, whoa, conscious of it. Yeah, exactly. I didn't expect that. So warning you, just be aware of it. If you're aware of it, it won't do that. But if you don't think about it, it'll just be like, crap. Thanks for subscribing. That's cool. I'm going to pull a card for you. I'm going to pull a card for you. I know I already did some, but I'm going to pull a card for you because you pulled a card for me. Because you subscribed. I'm pulling a crystal card for you. A crystal card for you. To tell you what. Oh, I've never seen this one. Chrysoprase. I hope I'm saying that right. Chrysoprase. Here's what it says. I'm learning these too. Explorers searching for the fountain of youth. Dang. Squeeze it against your heart and tell your inner child how much you love them. Grow from the heart out. What a nice... Hey, that was for you. Cool. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, and you know what? You guys, here's a little secret about me. It's going to surprise you probably. Oh, 88 people. Cool. Thank you, Spirit Guides. I used to be 350 pounds. True story. And, after you lose that kind of weight, you got a lot of loose stuff going on. Let's be honest. All right, so I did have some plastic surgery, boop and tummy tuck, because there was stuff. But I still have, I'm not trying to call attention to my weaknesses. I'm not. Because it's not a weakness. It's actually battle scars. That's how I look at it. But this area bothered me. It did. Because it was like this loosey-goosey, I got turkey neck scrotum face thing going on. So that's when I just started trying different things. And what I figured out is a few things. One is using, hyaluronic acid, all these things. Jan just paid for a reading. Right, Jan? You're up, mama. Woo! Jan. Oh, that's amazing, Riri. Good for you, mama. Yes, I'm being transparent. Why not? What's there to hide, man? I worked hard to get here, y'all. I'm tiny now. I'm teeny. I'm like a size 2, y'all. I'm teeny. I went from a 26 to a size 2. Yeah. So I even have videos on here about it. You can see them. You can see what I looked like if you want to see. I'll tell you about it later. Anyways, I want to focus on who I'm reading for. If you're here, please put your green heart up so I see you, okay? Whoever just paid me. I got the name, then it went right out of my head all of a sudden. I'm sorry for that. Who just paid me? Put me green heart in your first name. I apologize. Thanks. Was it you, Cynthia? You paid? Green heart if it's you. That's how I know I'm reading for you. Riri, you're kicking butt, girl. Jan, there it is. It's okay then. It's okay, Jan. Don't worry about it, sweetie. All right, let's get Jan tuned up here. Let's find out what is going on in Jan's life. I would love to help her. Spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. I'm doing a reading right now for Jan. Jan is looking for anything that will help support her in her journey moving forward. Give her information that will help her reach her higher or greater good. And only spirits that are here to be benevolent and helpful. If you have any messages for Jan that you would like to come through the cards or tell me yourself, you are welcome to do so, meaning that I will take mediumship. If a spirit comes through for you, I will relay that to you. Okay, Jan, that card deck is ready for you. All right, and then I'm going to shuffle a second deck for you. I think we're going to go with the Rome Choi deck. I love this one. No, you know what? I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use the golden vintage deck. This is a beautiful one. It's Art Deco. I like to mix it up. I'll use that one. You'll see these cards are beautiful. Oh, my eye's itching so bad. Wow, I've got something in my eye. So any more orbs, you guys, since we've been sitting here? I get them all the time, you guys. It's trippy. They're always shining. I always have to go back and look. All right, Jan, we're getting you going here, dear. All right, these are beautiful cards. You're going to like these. All right, starting out, we are going to see what's going on in your life, my love. Now, Jan, if you have questions during this, you can put a thank you. You can put a green heart up in your question, or if you want to comment on what I'm saying. You don't have to. You don't have to say a word if you don't want to. But if you want to say anything at all or comment, that's totally cool. All right, spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. I'm doing a reading today for Jan. I would appreciate cards that will help her moving forward in her journey. Thank you, spirit guides. Oh, cool. Okay. 9 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles reversed. 9 of Wands reversed. Why are there so many reverses? That's weird. Anything else for Jan right now? Oh, got the Moon reversed. And then the 7 of Pentacles. That's so strange. All your cards are upside down. That makes me wonder, Jan, if there's a lot of living in the past right now. That's just what my initial instinct is. This sort of living in the past sort of feeling. Thank you for all your compliments. It's been hard, Jan. I feel it. I feel you. It's been a long journey. I feel sad for you because I can feel your sadness. Yeah. Let's talk about it. All right. Starting out, we have the 9 of Cups reversed. So cups generally are about relationships, partnerships, love, fulfillment. 9 energy is usually about some sort of like a resolution, so to speak. In this case, he's sort of self-satisfied kind of feeling. Like he feels like he's done really well for himself kind of feeling. But it came in upside down. So it kind of more feels to me like, I almost feel like you got gobsmacked. Like something happened, and I do feel like it is work. It does feel this way. And I'll tell you why, because there's an Ace of Pentacles right next to it. Like something came up at work that was like, what? Like maybe a bad review, or a weird change in position, or something you just weren't expecting. Hi, Scotty. Something you just weren't expecting. Like, it was like, what? Right? Like, the car? You know, like, what it feels like? I don't like it. So, yeah. Because then we have also the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Pentacles is usually about work, career, finance, abundance. And this is usually a blessing from Spirit. And like I said, I don't always read a reverse as opposite, but because of what I already see here and what you've already said, this makes sense to me. It feels like you feel like they took away opportunities from you. Like you were supposed to get promoted, and like here he's handing it to you. Here it's like he's dumping it, right? Like they dangled it in front of you or something and then never gave it to you. You know, that kind of bull crap, you know, where they go, oh, well, you know, if you work these extra hours and you show us that you're really committed and you improve this department or whatever bullshit, you know, we're going to give you this other position. And then it came up and they're like, didn't even consider you or something like that, right? Bull crap. Or they're giving you so much work you can't keep up, or not giving you the tools to do your work. You know, things like that. I've been in that position. I understand. And you're worn out. Wounded warrior upside down. Yeah, you're pretty beat up. Okay. So the wounded warrior, the ones are your dreams, your hopes, your desires, your passions, the things that speak to your heart. This is somebody who's really exhausted and really doesn't feel like doing it anymore. Yeah, you're done. You're like, I'm so over this. I'm so sick of it. And so it comes in upside down. So it's even more like, you know, you're almost like ready to give up. Yeah. Because then you get the moon. It just says, yeah, a lot is a mystery to you. And yeah, if you're saying you feel like you haven't had the right training, this makes sense. The moon is all about, you know, not really knowing what's going on. Like feeling like you don't have all the pieces of the puzzle. You don't catch everything. You also have these two towers, though, I want to say. And that is showing the correct pathway. As I say, the 11 is about being on the right path. If you see 11:11 on the clock, on the right path, okay? But you've also got these two dogs. You got a wild dog and a domestic dog. See on the card? Two different dogs. And so it's sort of like there's a part of you that I think needs something where you have more say, okay? And then there's a part of me that says you also like to be told what to do. So it's kind of weird because it's like, I feel like there's a weird communication gap going on, is what it feels like. Like, and let me see, because this next card kind of explains it, I think. 7 of Pentacles is kind of a looking back on the fruits of your labor and saying, like, I don't, like, did I mess up? Is this me? Like, is it me? Or, like, is it that, like, did they do something? Or is it me? Like, that's that feeling. All right? So I kind of feel like it's just not the right fit for you. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just not the right fit kind of feeling. I don't know how else to explain it. So I don't want you to be discouraged. Just know, like, okay, this is probably not the right job for me. Okay? But that doesn't mean there's not another job coming for you. It's just coming to that realization is the first step. Let's see what else we find out. All right, so we got, okay. I love this card just came out. So guess what you got? You got the Ace of Cups, my dear. And look at it. It's that beautiful deck I was mentioning to you. Wow. Big opportunity is going to show up for you if you look. Yeah. Wish fulfillment, something that's really going to speak to you and you're going to love it. Yeah. So I think, like I said, the first thing is identifying that's probably not the right place for you. Okay. Now what are you going to look for? You want to look for what you want, because then you do get the 7 of Swords. Excuse me. And that comes with that Ace of Pentacles. Remember I said it felt like an opportunity was sort of like taken away from you or dangled or you didn't get it? But here we go with all of a sudden 7 of Swords. So this is telling me be careful about who you talk to about this. Kind of keep it to yourself, I think. Don't be very vocal about looking for something else. Don't threaten. Don't mention it to your good friend at work. Just shh. Do it. Just do it. And don't even say a word until you already have that other job 100% secured. Because I could see these people, like if you do the 2-week notice, because you need those 2 weeks, right? And these people going, yeah, you could just leave today. And then you're like, fudge, right? So hold it close to yourself so that you're ready, okay? Let's see what else comes up. And then I said that about that Wounded Warrior card where I said you kind of feel like worn out and don't feel like doing it anymore. You're just kind of like wanting to give up. Yeah. Oh, we got the Hermit. Yep. You've been doing a lot of introspection. You've been really thinking this through. This is not the first time you've asked somebody about this. And, you know, you've been researching. You've been thinking, all these things. I think that's exactly what you should be doing. But, you know, when he comes out, he's got that lantern full of hope. The star is in there, the star of hope. He's also got a wand in his hand. He is going to manifest. You're about to. Feels good to me. Feels like this is a big growth for you. Now we're going to look at the moon where I talk about that sort of feeling of mystery. Feeling like you don't know what's going on. And I remember I said there's this dichotomy where there's this wild dog and then this like tame dog. Like the dog that kind of wants to know what's going on, but also the dog that kind of wants to just say a lot of stuff and get wild. So we actually got 3 cards that popped out for you on that one. We got the Queen of Pentacles, no surprise. Oh my gosh. King of Wands and Page of Wands. Wow. Big energy, girl. See, you are supposed to be in a supervisory position. Here's the first thing. I don't know if you are right now, and I don't think you are. Yeah, you are working below people that you are way smarter than. That's first problem right there. Because you got the Queen of Pentacles right here. She is very stable, got her act together, very stable person. You, okay? But you don't feel that way at work. They make you feel inept. I know this. Because then you also have the King of Wands. This energy is about somebody who really has a passion, has something they really love in life. And I feel like what you're doing isn't exactly right for you, okay? Maybe you don't want to hear this, but I'm telling you it's true. It's not exactly right. Maybe there are aspects of it you do love, and yes, cool. But there's parts where it's just something needs to be changed. Just a little click or two over, okay? Because lastly, we do get the Page of Wands. This is generally a message of, again, something that speaks to the heart, something you're passionate about, something you're excited about. So I feel like get those interviews going. I'm just going to say that. Just start looking. Doesn't mean you have to quit the job. Just start looking because I feel like there's absolutely something really amazing coming for you. But what I want you to do is really manifest that shit. Literally, like create it in your mind. Rehearse what it's going to look like, what this job would look like to you. You know, what you want it to be. All right. We're going to pull a couple more. We're going to pull from the Oracle deck. And then after this, I'm not going to take any more readings, guys. I'm going to go to bed. I'm exhausted. We get Spirit of Place. Okay, so there may even be a move involved with this. Just telling you. Just be ready. They may want you to reload for this opportunity. Okay. Pulling from my antique deck here, we get Reflection. Okay. So this is also, like I said, we talked about the Hermit. You know, goes and reflects, thinks about things. Reflection. Again, I know you're thinking this through very carefully. You don't have to do it today, but nothing's ever set in stone. And I feel like, again, this is your life. This is not a rehearsal. If you really aren't liking what's going on, probably time to move on. You know, start looking. Don't wait till they tell you or you have to quit. Oh, okay. Maribel's next. Okay, that's the last reading, Maribel. No more readings after this. Maribel, you're last because I want to go to bed and I'm tired. So I want to make sure I can still be fresh to give good readings. So, okay. So one more after this. Thank you for that, Maribel. All right, Jan, we're still on you. All right, you got bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Okay, so in my opinion, that's really self-love. I really think this is not blaming yourself, not beating yourself up, and being loving to yourself. Really. Like saying, you know, this just isn't right for me. That's all. It was an experience. Take the experience. And last, you got hold your vision, fixed moon. Okay, so yeah, once you figure out what it is you really want to do, and I think you kind of know, really. I think you know. I think it's going to just start flowing for you, but you got to take the first step at least, so the universe sees you going that direction. All right. Hope that helps you. Jan, anything that you wanted to know that I did not answer? Where are those cards? Oh. Yeah. Cool, Jan. I want to know what happens, you know. Pop on and let me know if you can. You know, and of course, always be careful about your information, but... Oh, good. Yeah, and I will say that to you guys. Always be so careful with what information you share on here. And also, I will never ask you guys for readings other than like saying, hey, I'm open for readings. You know, this is what it costs. But I'm never going to private message you and go, hey, Tom. I'm never going to message you and go, hey, you know, I saw some light in, you know, your energy and grand rising and I want to do a reading for you. I don't do that. I never do that. Go to my website, MissMollyKnows.com. That is me. That way you know it's me. Okay? I want you to come to me. I'm not gonna pester you to get a reading from me. That is the silliest thing I ever heard. And if that ever happens, you guys, do not run the other way, please. Don't do it. That is a big red flag. All right. Maribel. Miss Maribel. I love that name. You are up, mama. Guys, this is the last reading of the night because I'm getting exhausted and I'm going to have to go to bed soon here. But again, stick around because usually there will be messages for whoever sticks around. Even if a reading is not for you, often you will hear things that resonate for you. And it is your message, regardless of who I'm reading for. Because think of it this way, you guys. There's billions of TikToks you could be watching tonight. If you happen in on this one and the message says something to you, it is for you. That's how I look at it. Seems to work. So, this is for Miss Maribel. Miss Maribel. Maribel, she's a miracle. I'll use these cards. I haven't used these in a while. These are cool. New deck coming on for Maribel. Oh, God. They're hard to shuffle because I haven't used these much. But we will shuffle them as best as possible. Hello. Maribel's getting a reading. Okay, here we go. We're going to cut that deck into 3 piles as well. The deck's hard to shuffle, y'all. All right. Maribel. Spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. Cards tonight for Maribel. Anything that will help Maribel moving forward in her journey. Help her greater good. Anything that will give her support and the tools to navigate. Anything that may come in her path that may challenge her. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you. Oh, that one wanted to come out. Oh, how fun. I'll tell you why in a second why I said fun. Because you got 2 opposing cards in different directions. Very interesting that they showed up that way. All right. So we're going to go through the first row and then we'll get more specific as we go into the second row. Starting out, you do have the Strength card reversed. Strength is an 8 energy, meaning taking action. Since it is in reverse, to me that tells me it's sort of like there's an action that needs to happen, but you're trying to build your strength up. Like you've been not feeling very strong. Whether it be physically you haven't been strong or it's actually mental or both. But it feels like, I feel this feeling like ran over by a truck feeling. Like just exhausted. I even could be an autoimmune disease. I don't know, but it feels like something's off. Okay. And if you want to comment at all, Maribel, just put the green heart. Okay, sweetheart. Hi, reading Matt. Good to see you too. So, yeah, Maribel, I feel like, gosh, that was a lot to say on one card, wasn't it? Anyway, yeah. Does that make sense? My mouth hurts. And I'm getting like a weird stiffness in my jaw as well. So I don't know if you hurt yourself or, I don't know. It's like you're regaining strength, it feels like. That's all I can say. Like maybe there was an accident, even. Like it's even like, yeah. Perfect, Racy. Thank you. Anyway, I'm going to keep going because you're not answering me, so I figure that's right. Okay. Moving on. We have the moon in reverse here. And that is usually a card. Okay, you fell recently. Okay, there. Thank you. Sorry, I wasn't being a poo. Moon's all about mystery, feeling like you don't know what's going on, feeling like you don't know which direction to turn. But the truth is you are on the right path. You've got the 11 here. You got the 2 towers. And the reason the moon is about mystery is because we can only see one side of the moon, right? We don't know what's on the other side. So it often makes us feel like, what's going on over there? You know, like, why am I not being told, you know, what's going on? But I'm kind of mostly noticing the lobster on this card tonight. And the lobster comes up from the bottom, and he's got his protection on him at all times. You know, he's even willing to get up on land where he doesn't really belong, because he is braver than he realizes, because he's got this armor. And so I feel, again, we're talking about strength right now. We're talking about gathering the strength, trying to get your energy back, those sorts of things. And I do feel like you don't need to worry about these things happening to you again very soon. So if it concerns you, that whatever the fall was about, it's not like this is going to keep happening. Okay, I want to tell you that right now. If that's part of what you're concerned about, I don't feel like you're going to keep falling like that. All right? Because then we get the sun. Clarity. Kind of a rebirth. I feel what you're going to do is get stronger. Right? So I think that's going to be key right here, is you getting stronger, not just physically, mentally too. When we injure ourselves, whatever happened, whether it's an accident or somebody hurt us or whatever it is, there is trauma also emotionally involved with it. Let's just be honest, you know, what, for whatever happens. So make sure that you're also healing any mental trauma. You know, I'm not trying to over dramatize those sorts of things, but what I'm saying is there's trauma attached to pain, period. Okay. So figure out what that is. It's important. Then we get the Six of Wands in reverse. This is victory after, tough time, but it came in reverse. So I feel like that victory of feeling like you've gotten through it is still a little bit further away than you want it to be. Like, it's not going to be resolved as quickly as you're hoping. But pretty soon. I mean, it will get there. It will. By the holidays, I'm going to say. Okay? So around November-ish. It should be done by then. Give or take a couple weeks. But, that's the best I could hone in on it for you. Page of Swords, a truth will come in. It will be a message. It will be very clear what's going to happen next. Okay? And really, I'm not sure if this is about medical news or if this is about, I don't even know there's a lawsuit involved. I kind of get the feeling, or maybe, but I can't tell for sure. But whatever it is that's coming out of this situation, make sure that you are healing yourself is what I'm saying. That's the biggest part of the whole thing. All right, so moving on, we are going to clarify a little bit more because that was a little bit on the vague side, and I don't want to be vague. I want to be more clear. Thank you, spirits. So, with the Strength card, we got the Seven of Swords. And again, this is about truth coming out, having good counsel. So if this does go legal, whatever's going on, if you are going legal with this, make sure you have a very trusted advocate for yourself. It's going to be very important who you hire. So if you're already in it, okay, just make sure this person is communicating well with you and you feel like you can trust this person. In the Moon card, you then ended up with basically indicating being a little bit greedy. So whatever goes on, be careful about getting greedy about any type of financial compensation, right? I feel like that's not going to serve you. It's going to be more stress than it's worth. All right, so think about it. Do what you will. I'm just saying, just really think about it. With the Sun card, Sun card, we got the Five of Swords reversed. And this is just your strength, your commitment is being tested, kind of a thing. And I feel like it's about being assertive, but not defensive. I was trying to think of the words. Being approachable and assertive is going to help you through what's going on. Okay. Then with the Six of Wands, well, that just flew right out. You got King of Cups. Okay. So feels like, remember I said this is a victory that's going to probably show up right. Hey, thank you, Heather. This is a victory, but it's going to be around the holidays. By the holidays, November-ish, I'm feeling. That's when things will get resolved, kind of feeling. This is about you just taking good self-care. You get King of Cups. Very important to be taking good self-care of your emotions, like I said to you before, the healing. But also staying kind of fierce inside, but staying like level on the outside is important. You don't need to show your fierceness. It's there, okay? So that's kind of a overarching energy here. And then lastly, you got the Eight of Wands. And that's taking action very quickly. So once we get to that point in about that November time around fall, everything's going to happen real quick. Boom, 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 boom. You're going to start seeing things, results, whatever it is. So if it is a lawsuit, I think it'll definitely be wrapped up by then. If it is not a lawsuit, it's just more medical stuff. You're trying to get better, all that stuff. I feel like you're going to be seeing that you're on the right track. So this is really good news. So just keep your faith. You're doing fine. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull from my maps, enchanted maps deck. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, we got Dragon's Lair. So the 19 energy. Okay, so Dragon's Lair tells me, like, yeah, you've been kind of, look at, he's kind of stuck up there at home. He hasn't been home for a while, kind of feeling like, you know, like it's felt uncomfortable. It's felt uncomfortable. You know, this sort of having to recover. You feel restless. You know, you've been waiting for some warmth to come back. You know, like it's been kind of like this sort of humdrum situation. The 1 energy is a new beginning. The 9 energy is all about resolution. 1 + 9 is 10. There is a new phase about to show up. So within this year, you're going to be in a much better place. You will. Emotionally, physically, I would even say financially, I feel like it's really good. All right, now we're going to jump into the Spirit of the Animals deck, see what jumps out for you there. You got Coyote, Revealer of the Truth. Truth keeps coming up in this reading, by the way. So definitely, if you are on the side of truth, if you're telling the truth, if you are being honest with yourself and with everybody else involved in whatever's going on, you're going to be on the right path. Honest to gosh. Okay, Coyote, Revealer of the Truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time for play. Absolutely. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. Makes sense. Let's have some fun. You know, don't get too over wrapped up in this whole thing. Like, really don't. Try to really, that's part of the healing, is having some fun. Make some jokes about it. I know it may not seem funny, but you know, I have 3 slip discs that happened because of me doing something stupid at work. The company went out of business this year. There's karma for you, right? But it used to really depress me and get me bummed out. And, you know, I had to go through the whole workers' comp and all that fun stuff. And honestly, in the end, was it worth it? I don't know. You know, but a lot of the pain I had was due to my upset that I didn't set the boundary of, I'm not going to lift a refrigerator. That's where a lot of pain came from, not setting boundaries. And in the last year, a lot of what I've been doing is setting boundaries with people who have mistreated me or have made me feel badly, okay? And by doing so, the pain in my back has been releasing more and more, and it almost doesn't exist now. And it used to be debilitating. That's why you wouldn't see me for weeks at a time, because I'd be laying in bed with ice on my back. Yeah, so Maribel, you're on the right track. Okay, so we're not done with you yet, sweetheart. We're going to go ahead and pull. I'm going to pull a crystal card for you because crystals are healing. And I'm going to just see whatever I happen to pull is your card. Yeah, you got Scolecite. Scolecite. Here's what Scolecite is. It is for people who are up all night worrying about coming singularity types, brave explorers of beautiful dreamscapes. All right, so somebody's having trouble sleeping, has their mind on things. It's good when you're trying to sleep better, trying to calm down. This is for someone who needs to dream. Like maybe your sleep isn't deep enough. You would use Scolecite. Okay? Scolecite. It's so pretty, too. All right, lastly, we're going to pull from my Moonology deck tonight. And no more readings tonight, so don't pay me. Anybody else? Because I'm going to bed. But we'll do a closing thing. Your commitment is being tested. Okay, so I'm going to say this is commitment to you. Yourself. Really, more than anybody. Like take good care of yourself. Please, please, please. Don't go back to work before you shouldn't. Don't try to do things you shouldn't. Let people help you if they can. You know, nothing has to happen today, this minute. You know, try to really give yourself some grace. All right, Maribel? Feel better, sweetie. You can get there. Won't take long. Just say, I'm getting better and better every day. That's what I used to say. Getting better and better every day. And you will. You will. So kids, it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm pretty tired, kind of a long day. But thank you, everybody who let me read for you. I do appreciate appreciate all of you. Excuse me. And those of you that hung in with me tonight, I'm going to go to bed. Don't pay me anymore, you guys, for tonight. I appreciate it. All of my information is in my link tree, including all my payment stuff, whatever. Oh, thank you so much, Mama. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. I'm trying to get on here more and more. Tuesday, by the way, I will be doing a TikTok-a-thon. I will be on almost the entire day from 9 to 9. I'm going to have like maybe an hour break somewhere in there. But from 9 to 9, I'll be on all the day. And then next Friday, on St. Patrick's Day, Michelle, the medium, and I are having a sleepover. I'm sleeping over her house, and we're going to do a pajama party starting at 10 p.m. We're going to be up all night being silly, playing games, trying things, doing demonstrations, you name it, we're going to be doing it. If you want a private reading from me, you can go to my website, missmollyknows.com. Again, in my profile, in my link tree, easy to find. Follow me, whatever, do all those things. You guys, it's going to be fun. And I'm going to start doing some lives on some of the other platforms, like, you know, the U and the IG and the, YouTube. You know, I'm going to start doing them there too, not just here, because I would really like to grow my audiences on those platforms as well. So please follow me on those. Love to you all. You guys are fabulous. Thank you. Everybody have a great night and fuck off. Mwah.